Good morning to one and all. Myself, Dr. Sunil Madhukar Neve, from the state of Maharashtra, India. Today, the research paper I am reading to you is titled A Comparative Study Focusing on India, Pakistan and Bangladesh in the Current Situation. This presentation was prepared for the Congress on resisting autocratization in polarized societies at the COEX Convocation Center, Seoul. Let us begin by understanding what this topic is all about and why it is important in today's political climate. Research objectives and methodology. This study was built on three clear objectives. First, explore the factors responsible for political polarization, that includes looking into history, social structures, religious influences, and economic difference. Second, examine the impact of polarization institutions, how it affects governments, democratic institutions, and social unity. We look at how everyday citizens and state machinery are affected. Third, suggest meaningful solutions, not just theories, but practical steps that political leaders, civil society, and the media can take to reduce these divisions and move toward unity. The methodology involves comparative political analysis, media review, and examination of historical and socio-political trends. Understanding political polarizations. Political polarization can be defined as the process by which individual group in societies adopt extreme ideological positions and become increasingly divided along party lines. Let us understand what political polarization means. It is a deep division of people into opposing political groups. These groups stop trusting each other and politics becomes extreme and emotional. What was it? Biased media, social media bubbles, identity politics, and economic gaps will increase polarization. What happens because of it? It becomes hard to run the government. Democratic values go down. Decline faith in democracy. People stop having healthy discussions. Why South Asia? Why focus on India, Pakistan and Bangladesh? Across India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, it is evident that political polarization is a common challenge that is hindering the country's program towards democracy, stability, economic development, and those countries have its own unique political context and set up challenges, yet there are some common factors contributing to polarization in the region, which include historical legacy or authoritarian rule, political violence and ethnic tensions, socio-economical disabilities, religious and cultural divisions, manipulation of the media and dissemination of misinformation. These three countries share a common history of colonial rule and partition. They have strong cultural ties but have also experienced deep political rivalries, religious divides, and military or authoritarian interventions. Studying them together helps identify patterns and shared solutions. Political polarization in India. India has been facing the issue of political polarization since independence in 1947 from British rule. The participation of India and the creation of Pakistan along religious lines, particularly between Hindu and Muslims. Issues like languages and regionalism and caste also emerged as a source of conflict and division within Indian society, which inheritably leads to political polarization. In the 1980s and 1990s, the rise of the BJP and its Hindu nationalist agenda became a turning point in the history of political polarization in India. The BJP brand of politics, which emphasized Hindu pride and identify, led to the party's electoral success at the national level. In India, historical reasons like partition, caste divisions, and regionalism have caused long-term tensions. In recent years, the rise of BJP and RSS with a focus on Hindu nationalism has made division sharper, especially affecting minorities. In India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a campaign called Saugat Modi for minorities. Nearly 32 lakh Muslim brothers benefited from this scheme. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi adapted to Muslim brothers and sisters. I want the Muslim community to have a Quran in one hand and laptop in the other. Triple Talaq is a form of divorce participated in Islam whereby a Muslim man can legally divorce his wife by pronouncing Talaq 3 times. On 30 July 2019, the Parliament of India declared the practice of triple talaq illegal and unconstitutional and made it punishable act from 1st August 2019. This is one of the measures undertaken by the BJP government to minimize the polarization among the Hindus and Muslims and to attract the Muslims' votes toward the party. India has adopted a secular model to governmental, and above all the Indian constitution is supreme. Therefore, the polarization in India is purely political and not a social. Political polarization in Pakistan. In Pakistan, Sunni and Shia tensions and religious extreme are major issues. Military interferences in politics. The military has a strong role in politics, which reduces trust in civilian governments. Bias media. Media and social media spread a fake news and deepen the divide. Political parties like PTI, PMLN and PPP keep fighting, which leads to political instability, corruption, slow economic growth and weak governance. Political polarization in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, after independence, there was a lot of political violence and military rule. The rivalry between Awami League and BNP continues strong today. Add to that, economic inequality and biased media, and the country faces political instability, violation of democratic rules, corruption and human rights problems. Consequences: questionable elections, restricted speech, and human rights concerns. Let us compare the effect in all three countries. This table compares India, Pakistan and Bangladesh on how polarization plays out. India: gridlock, intolerance, religious caste divisions, investor fear, social division, hate speech and deep trust between group increase. Pakistan: military role, weak judiciary, sectarianism, corruption, political instability, social division, hate speech and distrust between groups increase. Economic impact: investors are afraid to invest and development slows. In Bangladesh, party conflict, shrinking democracy, media bias instability, political instability, social division, hate speech and distrust between group interests. Economic impact, investors are afraid to invest and development slows. This is a comparative analysis table. This table highlights how political polarization is hurting governance and democracy in India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. In these three countries, the law making of the legislative process has been blocked and democratic institutions are weakening. Freedom of speech is under pressure. Critics are silenced and harassed. Minorities face threats and secular values are eroding. Internationally, these countries face global concern and criticism over declined democratic standards. In short, polarization is not just a political issue, it's impacting law, rights and global image. How to reduce polarization? Here are some ways to reduce polarization, steps to reduce polarization. First, promote dialogue, encourage interfaith and political conversations. Second, strengthen institutions, support free elections, judiciary and minority rights. 3. Reform education, teach tolerance, pluralism and critical thinking. 4th, reduce inequality, develop inclusive economic policies. 5. Enhance regional cooperation, collaborate on the trade, security and culture. Solution and pathways. Broader pathways. Also we should work together as a region to solve problems related to peace, security and economy. These efforts can reduce hate and increase unity across borders. Role of civil society and media. Who can help? NGOs, media, educators, youth activists and religious leaders can play a big role. They can encourage people to talk to each other and reduce hatred. Media literacy programs should be promoted so people can recognize fake news. Community events can help people from different groups come together. Independent fact-based journalism. These collective efforts foster an environment where diverse perspectives can be shared constructively rather than defensively. Citizens can critically distinguish between facts and propaganda with media literally. The independence to a more cohesive and less polarized society. Conclusions. In conclusions, political polarization in South Asia is a complex issue that poses significant challenges to governance, democracy and regional stability. Rise of population, authoritarian tendencies and sectarian violence. While causes worry, common themes include identity politics, media influences and institutional weakness. Addressing polarization requires a multiplicated approach involving dialogue, institutional reform, strengthening democratic institutions and regional cooperation, protecting the rights of minorities, addressing social and economical inequalities, regional cooperation and collaboration to promote peace, security and development. To fix this, we need open dialogue, stronger democratic system, social and economical justice and regional cooperation. At present, the problem of three countries, India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, are almost the same. But just like a common minimum program, a policy should be adopted by all three countries to find suitable solutions to the perennial problem and help each other. Let us set a new idea before the world as per the saying in Marathi language, एकमेका सहाय्य करू अवघे धरू सुपंथ. Means let us cooperate each other and achieve the fair way to develop meant and go beyond nation, religion, cult, sex, language, race, and work together for universal humanity and achieve the goal of global welfare. 1 minute. Honorable members of IPSA, esteemed host and the people of South Korea and coach and the chairman of this session, I extend my deep gratitude to the IPSA and the organizing committee for giving me this invaluable opportunity to represent India and present my research on political polarization in South Asia on such a prestigious international platform. It is my first visit to the South Korea and I must say I am truly in love with this beautiful country, from the rich culture and innovation to the warm hospitality of its people. Every moment has been unforgettable. I am especially touched by the kindness, discipline and humanity of the Korean people. Your warmth has made me feel not like a visitor but like a member of extended family. This experience will remain attached in my heart forever, and I hope this just the beginning of many more collaboration between our nations built on mutual respect, knowledge sharing and friendship. Thank you once again. Gamasa Hamanida.